Welcome back to another episode of Day to Day with Daidrien, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Daidrien Johnson, serial entrepreneur, inspiring model, and actor. With me today, I have Mr. Jason King, credit professional, also an amazing father and a great mentor. At the beginning of this video, I want to get into a small review on certain colognes that I think every man should have in his collection. Mr. Jason, want to take us away with that?
Yes, sir. So a lot of guys out here, if you were younger or older, sometimes you may fall short when it comes to learning what type of colognes to use or what type of colognes that smell good. So I'm very particular about cologne. So these things that I love. I love colognes. I love the way they smell. Some are bold fragrances. Some are sweeter and fresher fragrances. But for the fall coming to the winter, I want men to understand it's like you want a harsher, a stronger scent. So we're doing this as a kickoff into Daidrien's, image consultation. I'll also be with him and doing the fragrance part of it. But this is a popular, very popular clone of Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. It's less than 300 and something dollars. It's roughly around 41 bucks. It's a good tobacco fragrance with a little spice, vanilla, and it's really good and long lasting. Lasts like 6 to 8 hours. This is a good cologne for the fall and winter time for young men, older men. This is something that you could make sure you keep this on you and use this. So you can go in and check this out. We'll have links in the bio for this, for y'all can go purchase very soon. But this is Tobacco Vanille. You can look this up. This is a very good tobacco smelling cologne. It's one of the best ones that I've seen thus far.
Let me take a look at this. Yeah. So I think the top note for this one is tobacco. It's kind of woody though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Tobacco.
This reminds me of Mason Barangella. So I do recommend this for all the gentlemen out there. This is a good one, and it won't break the bank, and it can get you started into finding your signature fragrance. So you can start with this and spray it and see what kind of results that you get before you go and spend $100 on fragrances like Tom Ford and Mason Margiela and the ones that may break the bank, because you have to find a scent that's compatible with your pheromones. So that's important. Many men can't wear everything. Some men can. Some may have a signature scent, but for you guys, this is a very masculine fragrance, a very musky one. So I would recommend you guys hop on it. We will put the links in the description in the bio below, so you guys can check it out. And what's the next one?
It is Mason Margiela, the replica, the Jazz Club. This is probably the one that he's talking about. This is one of the ones that's cigars and cocktails. Like this one right here is amazing. A friend of mine, she put me onto this, and she really loves this. And when she put me on, I had to go get it. This one roughly costs like 80 bucks. The larger bottle costs 180 bucks.
Yeah.
180 bucks.
I was actually in the reason why I bought that one too is I got female advice on that one, and she liked it. So I think I was in Sephora, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy it, and I bought it and haven't regretted it since. I do recommend that fragrance. That one lasts pretty long. I put that one on sometimes. Sometimes I put it on at night, and I still have it on me in the morning. So that's also a good one.
That's a very good one. Now the next one we have is a clone of Leighton. If y'all ever had what's the full name of it? We had it yesterday. Parfum Leighton, something like that.
I forgot. I forgot.
But it's a very expensive cologne.
It's like $400.
It's almost $400. This is the exact dupe of that and duplicate, and this is good for men to have. It lasts 6 to 7 hours longevity, and it's called Neor Detour. Please go get this instead of getting Leighton. This is way better, smells way fresher, a longevity. This is a spring and summer smell. So when it's hot, you want fresh scents. You don't want a heavy musky smell, because once the dry down comes, you'll still be fresh. You want to smell like you just got out of a shower. A quick tip, a lot of y'all look for things. You can get unscented baby oil and put on your skin. and then you spray this on, and it'll last longer. I always tell people, don't apply cologne directly to your skin. Layer some lotion or baby oil on there, because colognes can seep into your bloodstream. So you need to have a coating on your body. So I use coconut oil, raw coconut oil. That's why my skin is nice. So you put this on over there, and it'll help make the scent last another 2 hours. So this is really, really good. This is roughly around $25. This is really good for you guys that do not know what you want to smell like. And when I say this smells wonderful, wonderful.
You're gonna get compliments.
Yeah, you're gonna get compliments. And the last one that we have is a new one. I know a lot of people don't even have this, and they're probably on the wait list for this. But this is Gucci Elixir. Now this, I will say $138 price tag. Very, very fruity, very, very citrusy. Real nice performance. I have it on right now. This is something that, for me, is an everyday cologne.
So this can be a signature fragrance.
That would be my signature fragrance. This is what I would wear every day.
How many bottles do you own?
How many bottles of cologne did I own?
Yeah, how many do you think you have?
Now probably at least 50 to 60. You saw it.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's definitely an investment. It's definitely an investment, but it's an investment worth it. I remember one time I did a fashion show for Neiman Marcus, and I wanted to treat myself for it. So I looked at this line called, I think it's Mason Francis, I believe. And I got this new fragrance that just came out, and I think it was a satin oud. And it's one of my top performers. Every time I wear it, I get compliments on it. But that bottle is essentially, I think, $400, $500.
Yeah.
So I would recommend starting on the lower end with the colognes that's inspired by them to see how they work for you, because you don't want to go out there and buy a bottle of cologne and it doesn't really get the performance you want it to. So
work your way up to Louis Vuitton, because I'm the type of person as Daidrien, and he mentioned me in the last podcast. We were talking about gifting things. So I like Louis Vuitton. I like the imagination, and it was one of them. The particular was a little bit too strong for me. Even though it was a $300 bottle of cologne, I was like, I can't take it. It's an oud, so I gave it to Daidrien.
Yeah.
So understand this. Y'all work your way up to the colognes. Imagination will be one of the top colognes. I did not bring that. I will never bring it with me.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you just got to put in a travel size. And it's important to get a travel size to reapply. So with these colognes, you want to reapply consistently because they may not last as long. I want to give you that disclaimer. So, and it depends if your skin is hydrated or not. But yeah, but it's really important to, it'll give you an edge in the dating market. If that matters to you guys, it'll give you an edge. It's a conversation starter. Where do you get that from? All the time. All the time. It happens more than you think it does, or it happens more than you think it will. So it'll help you not be so invisible. So this is why I recommend it. And getting into today's video, it's about the importance of male guidance. So this is going to be a pretty heavy topic today. Yeah. And I just want to give a disclaimer that, if you want to click off before it, but it may trigger, it may not, but I just want to give you guys in advance. But without that, I want to ask Mr. Johnson the first question.
Go ahead.
And I want to ask you, what is the importance of male guidance?
So I will tell you this. Growing up with a father, it had to be probably one of the most important things that I had in my life. Having somebody as a male figure around that, gave me the guidance and telling me, hey, this is what you don't want to do. This is what you do want to do. Because even though, my dad had some faults, some follies, some things that he did wrong, it was a lot of things that he did right. And if I wouldn't have had a dad, I don't know if I would have been here. Because just like Daidrien is with me all the time. Or when we go to the gym, he'll see the things that my father really instilled in me is that really don't take too much slack from anybody. So if I see somebody doing something, and then it's like unacceptable, I'm gonna
You're gonna
attack that
step up.
right then. I'm gonna step up right there because I'm like, hey, you're not doing nothing. Get out of the way. Let us go do what we need to do.
Mm.
Like, cause
Being more assertive. It
be
taught you to
more
be more assertive.
assertive. Like, cause he always told me if you give somebody an inch, they're gonna take a mile.
Mm.
And like he always said, in every conversation with a man, there's always a threat. So
Mm.
even in the regular conversation, it's always an underlining threat. Cause one thing my mom used to tell me about, and she told me this when I was younger. She said, "Men are barbaric by nature.
Mm.
By nature, we'll tear stuff up." So with me being around my dad used to, take me everywhere, do stuff for me. He spoiled me as a son, because I was
Right.
the baby.
Right.
So he took me in, he took me under his wing. He did the best that he could do. Even having somebody there as a father will increase the success rate of a young man, especially young men, because we are so
Yeah.
misguided. Right now, it's like a crisis. So like when I saw you and you were going through certain things, I was like, you know, let me step in. Let me give him some guidance. Let me tell him, hey, this is where this is gonna go if you don't handle this quickly.
Right.
And
And it's crazy that you said that because I did my own recognizance and I went out and did my own little internet web search and I came across some information that I think is beneficial that the collective should hear. And I wrote this down. I'm gonna read it to you. The influence of a significant male role model starts in the early childhood. Having a strong figure for support and guidance increases our ability to form trusting relationships and builds our capacity to interact positively with others. Also provides a safe space for discovery, and I think that's a gem right there.
mm-hmm.
It provides a safe space for discovery, for risks to be taken in developing a sense of independence, and also fathers instill a sense of well-being and security. Fathers will influence their children's relationships with others, right? I just said that, and fathers become role models for girls as to what a relationship with a man should look like. Fathers become a role model for boys as to what a man should act like. So I think that's important too. And I realize statistically that I think it's higher than ever. We have a 60% single family home. It's like 63%, 70% of
Mm-hmm.
us is in single family homes. And I
Uh,
think that has a direct correlation with how we
yeah.
interact into relationships.
Well, the one thing I can say about that's by design. After Martin Luther King got assassinated, they brought in in fact,
Mm.
like, what they call it, housing, or I
You
think,
talk about the Fair Housing Act.
yeah, things like
That was
that to
right.
give
Yeah.
give women like housing, and they couldn't have somebody in the household with them or a husband in the household with
Mm-hmm.
them. So it actually segregated us from being a family. So especially with black people, I grew up in the South from Louisiana. We we like when we had a family reunion,
Mm-hmm.
it would be at our house. Everybody in my family would drive from Georgia, California, or New York.
Wow.
Everybody would come back to that one house. It was hundreds and hundreds of people that would come to that house. Now that was when my great grandmother was alive, my mother was alive, but
Mm-hmm.
now we don't do that now because everybody's everywhere. We tried, but it's not
It's not the same.
not the same. And when that touches on, that's one thing I do want to touch on. I never get to speak on it, but male guidance can go only so far without females.
Okay.
But you got to understand, my dad was what they call a good leader.
Okay.
So my mom, she would always say this to my sister. She said, "You better know your place
Mm.
as a female, because you don't want to get out of your place and talk crazy to a man or put yourself in a man's place, because that's dangerous." Cause this is a shout out to my daddy. I watched my daddy do stuff to my sister that was ridiculous. Because when my sister was a girl reaches a certain age to where they rebel against their mother. So he would like, nah, you ain't finna be out there. You're not finna be out in the streets. He used to drag my sister in. I remember him literally. This is one thing that this sticks with me today. A girl called my sister out of her name. My daddy went in.
He said, female?
"Oh yeah, fisticuffs." He went in. But you not finna call my daughter a B this or all that. My sister's 17 and this woman grown cussing out my sister. So in defense of like I tell you, all the time when you're talking about getting into a new relationship, don't look for a girlfriend. You look for a wife, because you put yourself in the position that woman is the woman that you're gonna die for.
Yeah, that's the woman that you want to manifest, right?
Yeah, and so
instead of saying I want to find a girlfriend relationship,
a girlfriend
is looking for a wife.
A girlfriend is something that you're gonna end up playing with. A boyfriend is something that you're gonna end up playing with. Neither one of them are counterproductive. You're supposed to be finding your rib or your mate in that sense. So with my dad, he was like, you need to protect your sister. You when you get down to it, don't have nobody calling your sister out of her name. Don't have nobody disrespecting her name. Her last name is your last name. Your last name is King. You have honor with your last name, because, and that's an important thing with the female, because I always tell you this in the thing. So you be selective of the females that you deal with, because I told you before, the one that you dealt with before was not worthy of you. And you keep trying to make her worthy, but she was not worthy. And I'm just saying, so because she's gonna hold your last name and she's gonna hold your honor. So a lot of women don't understand that. Like, that's why you see all these red pill people like that. I don't want a woman dressing like this, because they don't understand that phrase of putting yourself in harm's way.
Okay.
When you're out with your skin out, wearing tight clothes. Like, we go to the gym all the time and we see all the dirty old men and perverts in there. Yeah, we partake in the stuff joking around, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how they sitting up in corner and putting themselves in a corner doing all this, and we looking at these men and we can see the type of primal instinct that come out of them.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like when you choose them and you say, I need you to understand that I'm here to protect you from other men.
Okay, so now that you into that topic, if you was to see something that wasn't appropriate at the gym, right, and a man stepped up to a female, which has happened, right, what would you do in that position? Raised how you were raised, would you go and confront that man and stand up to him, or just let them figure their own problems?
See, but you know I'm not finna mind my business. You already know that. You know I'm finna say something.
Okay.
But
even if you don't know her,
even if you don't know her, you have to give her the grace. You have to give her grace, because in her ignorance, she didn't know that he was gonna do all that. The dude.
Right.
The dude some of these dudes treat the gym like the club. Oh, girl, if I rack the rate from you, you going home with me. You crazy boy. You crazy boy. Get away from that.
I mean,
but that's the guidance, because I had to learn that. Like,
most men won't step up to that plate.
Won't step up.
But I understand too, there's a mortality rate behind that.
It is a mortality rate, but if you again.
So, you take her for a girl, right? And I can understand it can be a little different if they don't know each other, because she's not consistently putting up with this type of behavior.
Yeah.
So I can understand some logic behind that and walking up and then confronting this man about it, because I do notice, and it's one of my further questions, and I can ask her right now, but men and women don't step up to men as how they step up to a woman. Meaning, a man or a son will challenge his mother, but he really won't challenge his father. And the same thing for a daughter.
Yeah, it's respect.
Okay.
it's respect. So like, okay, the father figure is
Okay.
gonna be more stern. Like you see with my son
Right.
yesterday, his mom called me. Oh,
But his homework.
he didn't do his homework. As soon as I got in the car,
Yeah.
I was on him.
Yeah. And it was like you didn't even raise your voice. You was just asking him questions, and he didn't challenge you.
He didn't challenge. He knew exactly what he did. What did he do when we got home? He immediately went to do his work.
Homework. Yeah, didn't even
and
got straight to it.
And that's because I set the tone.
Yeah, see, and that went back to my earlier podcast on attachment styles, right? If you catch it early,
Yeah,
it's hard to see the problem when they 0 to 5, or it's hard to see the issue when they're 5 to 6. It's easier to see the problem when they're 13, 10 plus. It's easier to see the behavior. So catching it early is extremely beneficial, I believe, in the steering of a child.
Well, that's in anything. That's even with like I would tell, like how my dad was with my mother. He set the tone early with her. So even in a relationship, you have to set your boundaries with the female. You got to let them understand who you are. You got to let them you understand your work. You have to set the tone, because if you don't check her, she's going to test you every time, because she's seeing if you are worthy of being the father of her children.
Yeah, right.
Because she has to know you're gonna protect them and protect her, because the world we live in.
So if you have that responsibility over a woman, as in protecting them, should you have some sort of authority in how they come out the house?
Well, see, this is the thing.
Or where they go?
Again, that goes with setting the tone.
Right.
If she already knows you and knows what you expect from her, she won't do that. But see, this is the thing about male and females right now. The conversation rules the nation. If you can't sit and converse with a person, then they're not gonna understand you. A lot of females, they go off body language, so they think you're supposed to know what they're.
So whose fault is that?
It's not. It's no one's fault. It's a learned behavior. It's been so ingrained in them.
Okay.
It's ingrained with them from little girls. So daddies, what they do? They spoil their daughters. You my princess. You this, that, and the third. So every time they come to them, even like I told you, when you meet a female, you always bring her something as a gift, because you know what? Her daddy been doing that. Her whole life. Speaking of my daddy, there he go. He calling me now. But that's the thing. So you trying to untrain somebody that's always been there. But now we have a different sense, because it's single households. So now the girls don't have that type of spoiling atmosphere. So they have a poverty issue. Okay. So this is why you hear all of them saying, I need somebody that can pay my bills.
That's why hypergamy is so high right now. They want the best.
They want the best because they grew up with the least. Okay. So they don't want to struggle. I can understand it. They don't want to suffer.
But we don't want to do it either, but we still do it.
But that's a measure of a man. We have to suffer to become the elite. It takes like most millionaires, men don't become millionaires until they 50 or something. So you got to understand it take time. 10, 20, 30, 40 years of struggle. A man's mind is not even defined. We have a lot of people that are not adults.
Okay, I understand that. So if she don't want to struggle, which she doesn't have to, what is your point, and what's your advice on if a man should continue to deal with a woman? You know, if I know you don't want to struggle, and I know you're not here for the ride, and I know.
Well, see, that's the difference, man. You can't. They can't microwave a relationship. They can't microwave success. Just like I tell you all the time, you can't rush anything. So as a vetting process, you want to see what she's there for. If she's telling you that she's there for material thing, cut it. You already see the slippery slope that you're on. Because again, Mr. Benefit of the doubt.
Sometimes it's hard to see that.
It's never hard to see that.
I mean, especially for a man who doesn't know.
No,
A man who doesn't know and a man who doesn't have a lot of experience with women, you got to remember, and I was going to get to this later on in the questionnaire, but 63% of men are single, and it's rising.
You know why?
Because they don't want to deal with women.
No. It's because of T.I. and this stupid stuff. It ain't tricking if you got it. So the men that have the most wealth are paying for these women. They paying for them. Boy, come on, man. We got all these red pill people out here.
I understand that, but if women if most 80% of women share the same 10% of men, if women have this condition, what's the point? Like,
they don't listen.
Why don't we just the 63% of men just mind their business and continue to do and find their purpose? You have a lot of men who's out here, the next entrepreneurs and the next models and the next actors and the next architects. That's
another thing. Men, okay, when men meet a level of success, you just like the red pill. We don't take the men that's down. We beat them down worse.
I mean, I wouldn't do that.
But you don't see that though. But
how would I do that? I wouldn't participate in.
But that's not
my participation wouldn't even be there. Like
that's not survival of the fittest. So when they get to the thing, like, okay, I'm gonna be real. These red pill people, they some super geeks that got in the gym, got some money, got some bread, and now they ain't never had no women in the first place. So now they dogging out these women because they got dogged out their entire life. And then,
but who's okay?
But now, yeah, it's the girls that they chose.
The girls are choosing.
Well, that's that's their fault. That's their problem.
How do you think? So if it's their problem, why should we have to deal with it?
Listen,
this is why there's 63% of men who are single.
But see, it's the dude's problems.
I think
this is where the male guidance comes.
I think a man should get out here and make something of himself, right, and be what he can be, right. But that doesn't necessarily involve a female being in his life.
That's not gonna stop your hormones when you 13, 14, 15, 16.
It's not gonna stop your hormones, but
so you're gonna.
What I'm saying is, you can still go out here and conquer the world by yourself.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No, we're not made to do things by ourselves. No, it take a team for everything to come to fruition and be successful. So other men have to deal with other men.
Right.
But
and we do this
is what the
problem.
No, we not. See, I gotta be real about that. We got a whole bunch of drug dealing, scamming rappers, savage, and these are the people that these women are dealing with.
Whose fault is that?
But this one is media, social media, and all this, because it glorifies it and make their lifestyle look like it's better than what it is.
Absolutely.
So it attracts them. So you don't put that on the women, because they trying to communicate that it's not them, but they being programmed. Always understand that they being programmed.
Whose fault is that?
Media.
Okay, but if I believe, I don't believe what I see on social media.
That's not how programming works.
So and you know me, you got everybody going one way and I'm going the other. So it's like I understand that, but it comes down, these women have access to these men, so they can see the lifestyle they live in.
Yeah.
And if they want to be a part of that. But as a man, I can't see it. The only thing I can see is what I see on social media. I'm not in your life. The women are. The women are in your life. And they choose. They have the most important role in society, and they choose. How would you feel? What happens if, because men look like they're doing this, they're backing up, right, and giving the world to women? So now, I'm not saying this is possible because it never happened, but what if the patriarchy was led by men? I mean, by women?
It's going to be destruction. It's going to be pure mayhem and destruction. But see, this is the thing. I can't let you go past this. Okay. So you got to understand how the psychologically.
You know what? Okay, go ahead.
Because everything is a learned behavior.
Right.
So they learning to choose these men from movies, from rap songs, from all of this stuff. And you can go look at Hitler and how he put this into play when he did stuff. If you can control a mind, then you can cause mass destruction. Right. So their minds are being controlled without them even realizing it. So we as men don't really fall that hard for BS, but we do have two different like calibers of men right now. We got the ones that, well, I would say three. We got the
two types of men. You got the men who have all the women and they know what they're doing. You have a negative polarity and you have positive polarity. Those are the only two groups. All I'm saying is these women want to be left alone. So why not leave them alone?
It's not that simple, sir.
But they want to be left alone.
But see,
they say this every day.
Again,
I'm not saying I'm saying you should love a woman and respect her. Period. Yes. That's what you should do. But at the end of the day, I think you should mind your own business. Now, I know, like, as far as protecting them in the environment, right place, right time. Yes, I agree with you. If you see a woman being disrespected, go say something. Right. I stand with that. I stand with it. But I don't have an issue with women. Never have, never will. I couldn't be on this planet without them. Honestly,
you ain't gonna be without.
I can't be without women on this planet. That's just me. But I'm gonna leave them alone. Okay, because they want to be left alone.
But see, so let me finish because,
because listen, I don't approach women, they don't approach me, and it's peaceful.
It's peaceful to you now, but this is what I'll say. How you break down stuff, you breaking it down into a simplified form when it's not that simple. You got to understand how to categorize and how they doing this. Okay. So we got thugs and they treat women bad.
Right.
Then we got let me build. We got the red pill dudes, then they treat women bad. Okay. Then you got the bottom tier, the people, the regular guys
got the good men
that treat them good. So they going through 2 tiers of failure before they get to the last guy. And then the last guy is already, he said, okay, well, you chose all of them. I'm not finna deal with you.
But he got it the worst.
Yeah, but he's not gonna choose them because he feel like they used up. But see, we gotta get, as men, we have to stop letting the people that's not leaders stop leading. Why would you follow?
But that comes down to the female's decision.
No,
she
sir.
chooses.
No, it comes down to
women rule society.
And no, you think that.
Okay, but let's just say if every woman had a hive mind and they wanted men who were respectful, every man gonna be respectful.
You're gonna have to read that book, Jekyll Island. You're gonna have to read that book. You gotta read the book.
I know. I'm gonna read the book. I'm gonna read the book. But I'm saying if women had a hive mind and they all wanted men who were respectful, they wanted nice men, everybody gonna be nice.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like this.
That's what I'm saying.
If you can control women,
right,
then you can, because you're the majority of them. If you can control them, then you're going to do what? Control the world. Right?
Essentially, because men are going to want, at the end of the day, they're going to want to be with that woman. And they're going to do whatever it takes.
They're the number one consumers.
Absolutely.
They get into the positions to where they're easier to control. You got to understand that. Or who going to rebel faster, men or women?
Women. Rebel faster?
Men. Men are going to rebel. Boy, you're not finna talk to me any type of way. You're not finna talk to me crazy.
Women do the same thing.
No, but
women are standing up for themselves.
But are they going to be taking?
Women are getting pretty masculine.
But are they going to be taking?
I see this.
But this is, are they going to go to the point of fight?
No, they're not.
Okay, men, because remember what I told you in the beginning? It's a threat in our voice. So we're gonna go there. What I'm trying to tell you is, you got to look at the hierarchy of all this. They putting the people that should be at the top, right, at the bottom.
Right, but at the end of the day, the women are making that decision.
No, they not. I'm telling you, sir. This it always comes down to a
how many? Okay, let's look at it like this.
We can't. Listen,
how many women have access to a rich man?
If they look good, plenty of them.
And it's a lot of women who look good. More men find women attractive. More men find more women attractive than women find men attractive. Women
Yeah.
only find 10% of men 10%, 20% of men
Yeah,
attractive.
but see,
So that's crazy. It's absurd. Most men are invisible. So you want me to not only fight?
but we make ourselves invisible.
That's not true.
D, you
That's
just
not
said
true.
you just said
We don't make ourselves invisible because women decide. If this was not a consumer market, we didn't have fancy clothes, we didn't have fancy cars, we didn't have fancy homes. Everybody's on the same playing field. I don't think it'll be like this because a woman is not gonna think she's missing out on anything. Everybody has the same opportunity.
They do have the same opportunity, but
back when we were living in the jungle, like, did you have this problem? No.
You know why? If you want to go there,
yeah, let's go there.
Okay, if you want to go back in the jungle time, caveman time, the dude gonna bash the woman upside the head and take her in a cave and rape her, bro. Just cut it out, bro. That's what they were doing. They were going by primal instincts. Again, men are barbaric by nature. So we have, again, I keep telling you, this is design. This is not like you do. I felt like you felt a long time. And I was like, it's frustrating. Why are you making these dumb decisions? It's not them. Because it is no possible way that could last over a 40 years time frame. You can pinpoint. I can pinpoint from 1982 when I was born. I got to 2004. Then I got 2010. Everything went haywire.
I've been researching from 1987 till to now.
Go to 2010.
I went from 1987 till now, right? And the women are making these decisions.
Bro, stop. Go to when the social media popped off.
Okay, I remember that.
And then you're gonna see war. They pitting us against each other.
Yes, I understand that. They are doing that.
But for you to be
whose fault is that to realize that? You realize that. I realize that. You have smart women out here who realize the same thing.
But see, this the thing.
These women are not dumb.
No, but it's a lot of coward men, bro. And I gotta be real with that. It's a lot of men that's cowards. If you a good man, but you still sitting back and like you not building yourself up to be elite.
What is he? Okay, yes, he can. That's all he can do.
But then when he gets to that level, he got to get rid of the drug dealers. He got to get rid of the rapping type of. They clowns, bro. You see, they clowns.
Yes.
They should not be the leaders of any type of society. Most people that are superstars and stuff, you know, they commit suicide. They full of drugs, cocaine. They have sex parties, sex trafficking, all this stuff. Look at Hollywood. It's a den of the devil. Everything from entertainment, everything is destruction. So remember I told you again, they attracted to what? Sin.
So who's
they're attracted to sin.
We gonna hold these women accountable.
Yeah, but you trying to hold them accountable.
It's their decision. I can't, even though I am a good man, right? And a woman sets up, like, at the end of the day, she's not gonna want that. Some will. Some will. Not every girl is the same. But it'll be very hard for you to find that.
You trying to hold them accountable.
How many women you gonna have to go through before you hit your breaking point?
You can't. Okay, so you can't hold somebody accountable that didn't grow up with somebody there.
But you had the experience. You know this man ain't working out for you. But you know these type of men ain't working out for you. But you go back, again, that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again.
But that's not the definition of a woman have a male figure in her life as a child. See, we talking about supporting the male mentorship. You're right. Women gotta have that too. They don't.
But if you know what you don't have, look for the opposite. If I had a mother or a father who was abusive, I'm gonna go up and be the opposite because I know what that feels like.
It's not gonna.
Just like if I got cheated on, I know what that feel like. So why would I cheat on somebody else? I know the pain I'm gonna cause you. So whose fault?
They don't look at it. They don't look at it like that. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you, D. You looking for things from a logical point. They're not gonna look for it on a logical point. They're gonna deal with their emotions.
And whose fault is that?
That's the way they wired. That's the way they wired. You can't change the way they are. We can't change the way we are.
All they got to do is pick the nice guy. I mean, it's
no,
not,
it don't.
They feel that.
But
Did you know that?
But this is what I'm saying.
It's called the I think it's called the major histocompatibility
Yeah,
complex.
it's a vibe, whatever you want to call it. They
can feel when our man is the right.
They know.
And then you make the other decision. Like, look how advanced your body is.
Man, hey.
But when it comes to women being on birth control, they don't have that same regulation. They can't tell.
Hey, buddy, let's stay out of that one. We don't want to go there.
I mean, it's.
I know, but like
all I'm saying is they can tell more who's compatible off of birth control.
What? Well, no, they can't because they sleeping with the same dude.
Based on their anatomy, if they was not on birth control, they can pick a compatible partner.
I don't know if they making listen.
Because I think it has something to do with their immune system. Like they can feel. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
But this is something that they biologically do.
But
and this has been studies behind this.
That's the thing. If we would sit and talk to them, like
if they want to be talked to, they don't want to be talked to.
If some of them don't want to be talked to, but we have to be adults. Again, we not growing.
So a lot of people. You want us to force a conversation?
No, we don't. Again,
so how you gonna talk to them?
Listen. You doing it. This is what I'm saying. We're not being adults. We're being children.
But how you gonna? Okay,
it's no but.
Explain.
It's no but. It's either at the end of the day, we see the destruction. We see it.
What can we do about that besides better ourselves?
Why are you gonna? Okay, if you better yourself, then you gonna be there by yourself. You gonna just be yourself.
Most men are by themselves from 13 to.
But you can't.
30. Come on now.
That's not how we are
18
created.
to 30 years old. I've put most men between the age of I think it's
18 to 29.
It's like they've had one body average. Come on now. What can we do? It's nothing that we can't do.
You better get out there and you better do something.
So you want to...
I don't deal with excuses,
You want me to get out here. I'm not saying it's an excuse. This is reality. You want me to get out here and
reality is only perceived in a certain way. Like this is what I try to...
It's perception reality.
No, it's not all. It's not always the same because you can perceive like somebody to be some way and they're not.
Okay.
You say this all the time.
Yeah, I know that.
So I'm like,
you can't. That comes with a level of discernment. Either you're gonna get to know him for yourself or not. But I'm not gonna judge that person for it.
I'm not gonna judge
if you're a drug dealer or whatever kind of girl you are, I'm not gonna judge you. That's not my business.
You know what?
It's not my business.
I'm gonna judge a drug dealer, some of these, because one thing I do understand. If they're choosing the worst that we have in society is their mate, then they're breeding with that thing. They are putting that back into their society.
They have the most important role, and if they don't realize that, it's nothing that we can do about it.
It is. We have to be men.
Besides caters to the woman who caters to you.
But that's
like if a girl, so that's what I'm saying.
Who like you.
That's the only thing you can.
But then this the thing.
That's the only thing you can do.
This the thing. You can be an example for that person because examples are not given the right way. We don't have the more proper examples of successful black people.
Correct.
Or successful relationships. We don't. We look at social media as the example. We looking at the Cardi B's and Offset. They always at each other.
I'm not looking at that. I'm going off.
I'm not talking. I'm not being on you, but I'm saying in general, we don't have the people. We don't have the right type of people as good role models. It's destructive. That's what we have. We have destructive role models.
I agree. But until we get in a position to change that, that's coming, then we can fight that. We can fight that battle. And that's a battle I'm willing to fight.
But see, that's what I want you to understand. Like, it's not just them. It's us. It's us.
Yeah, it's not just them.
It's a we
at
problem.
At the end of the day, I can give men good advice and help them with their style, help them with their confidence, help them make money. But at the end of the day,
who's gonna be there?
She's gonna choose
their moral compass. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Choose. So it's nothing you can really do about it. besides, like I said, the most peaceful thing to do is just to let women do what they want to do, and
Yeah, you can't force them to do anything.
let them do what they want to do, and you just sit back and just leave them alone. I mean, okay, and they come to you and ask you a question, I answer, give you my advice,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but this is the thing that I don't want you to do. I don't want you to feel as if, like you know how they do on social media. All these women box us into one thing, and we can't.
Categorize us.
They categorize us.
But that's something we never gonna get out of. She want a guy that, look at the girl today at the gym. She's like, I want a guy. He has to be 6'7". He has to be 6'7". He, come on now.
Cut it out.
I don't matter. This is her reality.
Her reality is delusion.
It's her reality, and I have no judgment there. You want a man who's 6'6", you just eliminated
half the men,
more than half of the men.
But see, the problem is not to be. But
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just let them do what they want to.
Not to be insulting, but this is the thing about it. We go to a gym where people have low self-esteem and image issues all the time. That's what the gym is full of. Broken-hearted men and females that if they wasn't working out, they would be hideous. Hideous. You know this.
We all would.
No.
If I didn't work out, anybody,
but see, okay,
nobody would look as good as they do.
Okay, I'll give you a prime example. This what I'm saying. Some of them women that come in there, they kind of strong in the face, but their bodies look what? Nice, because they in there working out. Now, if they wasn't working out, wouldn't nobody pay no attention to them?
Just like how we work out and nobody pay attention to us.
But people call, but just the thing, people call men ugly and all type of stuff. They'll listen. But
you get used to it.
I heard people call me all type of stuff, bruh. And it's just like, it's whatever. You can call me whatever you want. You can treat me whatever you want. As a man, I have to build a testicular fortitude to be stronger than what you say to me.
Right.
And so all of these things that
it's so repetitive. I've been hearing that all my life. What is it now?
But see, that's what I'm saying. They say that
it doesn't bother me like it did when I was in middle school. It doesn't matter. You can't place your validation on what somebody else says about you. But it may sting a little, especially if you like that person. If you want to be with this person feels the way about you, you just got to take that L and move on.
Rejection always stings.
But rejection is
a part of life.
It's a part of life, but rejection is just redirection. That's all.
It is.
That's all it is. What qualities do you think every man should have?
Boy, first of all, the qualities of men. First, you need to have a good speaking. You need to know how to talk to people. You need to have conversation is going to be the best thing. You be in shape, be healthy. Your nonverbal conversation is like the biggest thing. I would say smell nice, hygiene, because we come to the gym all the time, and women be like, "Oh, you smell good," and I ask them.
They say you smell good.
I know they do, but anyway, they be like,
I'm invisible, brother. I'm trying to tell you.
What else? You ain't gonna be invisible long since you got that Valentino. You gonna be smelling good now. But I'm gonna get you right on the smell good game.
I mean, you know what? We can hop on that. As a matter of fact, the gym culture, and I think it's a good. I think it's.
Hold on, let me finish this because I want to make sure I get all this. Knowing how to dress, keeping your teeth clean shaven, taking care of your skin, all of these things, those are quality. Men need to take care of themselves. We don't know how to take care of yourself. Just like you, as an image consultant, showing me how to. My daddy didn't tell me how to dress. He said, "Put some clothes on, go work, boy."
Let's go, yeah. Put some clothes, let's go. Throw some shoes on.
And then when I started telling you about these colognes, you knew something about it, but you didn't know the in depth of what I was doing because you was like, "Wait a minute, this smell like this," and I paid.
It was all the niche fragrances,
yeah,
the ones that's not so mainstream.
Yeah, and then it's like that, but. As men, we have to learn these qualities, tying ties, tying bow ties, knowing what type of shoes, doing all these type of things. If we don't know that, then we not men, we just boys.
And boys do what they can.
And men do what they want.
Men do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
What advice can you share for young men and older who refuse to deal with women who think the world would be under the patriarchy of women. So basically, we kind of touched on that. But what is your advice for men who is they find it hard to continue to get back on the dating market?
Keep living.
Keep living.
Keep living.
Like what it so because
It's-
I know it can be hard, it can be challenging getting back out there.
It's like,
Right.
okay, so me, I was married for 13 years. I got a divorce. I've been single for 2 years. It's hard. It's hard because the heartache, the pain, all that stuff you go through,
Mhm.
it's unimaginable. Like,
Yeah.
we hurt too, but a lot of people don't think that men are allowed to hurt and feel pain.
Mm.
And that's the bad thing about our society. Men are treated like trash. But this is where I say mentorships and things like this. Men have to start cultivating each other and coming together.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
We have to have a men's group. We have to have something for us to get that pain off of us.
Yeah, I know the barbershop when I was younger. People would
Mhm.
go in there and talk about their problems, and that's kind of how I got.
That's what the gym culture of men is.
Yeah.
Broken men in there and perverts, but it's mostly broken men that's just hurting.
Yeah. So what are the signs? Because I don't see them.
Broken man.
No, like as far as gym culture, when I'm in there with you, I see like the women consistently try to put themselves in a position to speak to you, right? So what are some signs that you look for to know exactly what she's doing? Because like, I wouldn't know unless I have to see it.
It's eye contact.
Because like you'll sit there and you'd be doing something, and then you'd be like, you say something, and then you know what I'm saying, and it starts to come to fruition. So but I know you have experience, and you've been doing this for quite some time. So.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, I've dated good enough, but I just see them. They eye contact. They always, you're gonna find them looking at you all the time. They'll, instead of them going one way, they'll go the other way, walk in your pathway. They trying to get your attention. They are trying to get your attention.
That can kind of be hard to distinguish. Because if the gym is an open floor plan, they can just be going anywhere.
Yeah, okay, D. You remember when me and the chick?
I remember her. You talking about the one with the weight? When you asked to put the weight back?
Yeah.
Like 65 pounds? But that was just you being a gentleman.
But remember the second interaction, like how we came right there in front of you, and then we were just staring at each other. That was her saying, "Say something to me." But then again, I saw her sister on some ratchet stuff. So what did that do to her? That X'd her out right there.
I don't know. I just find it disrespectful at the same time that like you asked to put the weight up and she disregarded you, but then she do all of this.
Well, that's the thing.
Just like it's just hard to tell.
That's just the thing. Like, but afterwards, every time we go somewhere, where's she at?
Every time you go somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Every time, yeah, you right. Every time I go, see that, but I don't care. It's just that the first interaction was the one that did what it did for me. It
Mm-hmm.
let me know the tone. I set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't accept it. Gone. Done.
Okay. What advice do you have for women considering they have the most important role? And when I say that, I mean as far as like what are qualities they should look for in a man, since you've able to have that guidance and you're able to tell men the qualities they should have. What qualities should a woman look for?
Yeah, listen. I can't speak on what females could look for because they have the one thing that
Well, I mean they keep picking
they're gonna keep picking the people until they learn. I would tell them if they're gonna deal with somebody, don't deal with them because of money. Learn that person. Like, take time to learn that person. Go meet their parents. Go see if they have a stable household. Be courteous to the person, because a lot of girls I can see right now, they just be going in on the dude. Just
What do you mean?
They'll get into a relationship. You ain't doing this for me. You ain't doing that for me. It's not about what you can do for me. What are you talking about? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You a stranger.
So
When
how long should your vetting process be?
when you court a woman,
Yeah.
you need to, I would say, like maybe 2 or 3 months,
Okay.
because you're gonna know in the first month you're gonna get a taste of who they are. In the third month you're gonna know who they are.
Hmm.
That's it. You're gonna know who they are. You're gonna see all of their habits
When should somebody meet their parents? So if I'm
immediately.
immediately.
I need to see your parents. And I need to meet them off the rip. I need to see what's going on. I need to see what you're gonna look like later on. If your body gonna turn into some fajita meat, I need to see if you gonna have. I need to see your genetics,
Nah.
bruh. Come on, cause all that stuff they be in the gym, that stuff go out the door once they have that baby.
Man.
Cause like for them to have a child, they have. What I forgot what that's called, but
Post.
yeah, post something, but
Postpartum or something.
yeah,
like
postpartum. They have that. That is rough.
Well, I haven't.
Yeah, you ain't gonna never have this experience.
Yeah, I mean, like I ain't lived that long yet.
That's
So
why I say,
like, I gotta ask somebody, but I've never experienced it. But I know it's a real issue.
But that's why I say we can't go hard on them. Like you got to think about a female's life, bro. Ever since they've been 13, somebody been trying to stick them, trying to screw them.
Well, I'm not saying be hard on a female. I'm just saying when she come to you,
yeah,
just treat her well, be respectful,
be respectful,
and let her go
be
about
a
her way.
gentleman. That's what I've been taught to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm recommending. Like,
But they don't. But
I'm not saying continue to be in this person's life. I feel like I'm a person that's gonna guide you, let you know there's still good men out here.
yeah,
You
but
know, so
but you gotta.
and that's kind of I feel like that's what my responsibility is. Like, because this woman or man can be completely about to fall apart.
But I tell you, you are the decider of who you want to put your faith in. Like I said, you have to see which female is worthy. It's not about them. Like you trying to make this about them. You gotta choose. You gotta look at them.
Well, I won't choose. I'm just gonna. If a woman came to me, right? Like
They come to you all the time, boy.
They don't. Hear me out. They don't. But I don't get approached. You get. Bro. We are walking testimonies of it. Like I can clearly see the dynamic, but at the same time, if a woman was to approach me, like most of the time, how they start a conversation may be at the front desk.
Yeah, that'd be them dirty old women, though, boy.
Hold on, but what I'm saying is, look at all the women we helped at the front desk,
mm-hmm.
and we've seen or wanted nothing more from them. So that's what I feel like I'm good at.
Well,
like as far as like you come to me one time and I give you valuable advice and point you in the right direction, and that's all I can do, and I'll leave it alone and then let you go on about your rest of your life.
But see, that's the thing.
But as far as me coming back and checking up on you and making sure
you ain't doing it.
I don't think it should be done.
But that's not that. But see, my thing is this: what do I tell you about female? You have to nurture them. So when I see somebody, a lady, I always say, "Hey, how you doing? How your day been? How you been?"
Right. Be cordial and respectful.
I'm checking
when you see that person and speak. And
but
no matter the circumstance. But doing this perpetually.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it every time. Remember how we went to Sharky's and we saw the girl?
That's different. That's a service. I'm talking about women who are not like women from like you meet in the gym. These are women you have to run into. It's different.
But see,
they don't go out their way and you don't go out your way to talk to them. It's the service.
But see, but this the thing.
And we build good relationships like that.
But that's what I'm always doing. I always try to build good relationships. So even if I'm talking to somebody in the service industry or I'm talking to somebody at the gym, I always talk to them. Just like the girl today. You seen me grab her and I hugged her. And you didn't even realize I did.
I turned around and I seen it. I did.
You seen me do it. And
she wanted a hug from you. That's what I'm saying.
But that's
she
what I'm saying. She
shook your hand and she held on to it.
And she held on to it. But this was the thing. I invited her in. I invited her in.
No, you didn't. I was right there the whole time.
Bro, I did invite her in. I'm going to tell you how I did.
This is what she did. This is what she did. I told her bye and I told the guy next to her bye. Right? And they were like, all right, bye. Cool. I left. You said the same. I heard you. You said the same thing I said, and then she stopped you and said, you don't have to get my name right. You can just call me whatever you want to.
But this is what I said.
That's different.
Give me a.
She invited. She chose.
But that was the first interaction. What I did, I grabbed her hand and then I put my hand on her shoulder. So I invited her in.
When you walked to the front door.
When I walked in the front door.
I noticed that.
But
she had to invite you to do it. You just didn't touch her.
Yes, I did.
You touched her without.
I put my hand on her shoulder.
But she had to have an inviting environment for you to. It's like she had to welcome you to do that. You have to read the signs. You're not gonna touch any girl's shoulder.
I did. Boy, you crazy? I do what I want to do, boy. As long as I ain't grabbing them and doing them all type of other stuff.
I'm not putting my hand on any female.
But see, you got to understand a subtle or inviting things. You so concerned through your body language. Your body language say. Oh
no, it don't.
Yes, it do.
No, it don't.
Get away from me.
No, I stop. I have conversations all the time. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that because I stop all the time. But I speak. I'm the first one to speak.
You the first one to speak
and try to hold a conversation. They don't even give me eye contact.
Exactly.
They don't give me. So if I walk up to you,
and I invite, hey, how you doing?
No, I don't. I say, hey, how are you? How's your day?
Man,
I don't even get the eye contact.
Remember the lady
cool, I keep it pushing.
Remember the lady at Sharkins with the big black she said, you a big, tall, black man. She said that to you. The lady that invited us into the orgy.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. But when I left the table, she got so inviting and so open with you.
But, yeah.
Bro, I had the same conversation you had with her. Bruh, I didn't know all of that. I know more now than I did then.
It went
but
left.
I'm saying though, God no. What I'm saying though is they're inviting themselves onto you.
Yeah, but
because you come off more aggressive than I do. You come off more aggressive because you don't. That's my point. You don't care. You come off more. You just said it. You do what you want to do. You come off more aggressive, so it doesn't make sense. I don't even get the eye contact.
But I caused the eye because I look at them.
I'm looking at them too. That's how I know I'm not getting eye. That's how I know I'm not getting eye contact. That's how I know I'm not getting eye contact. I'm looking at you. Hey, how you doing today? I'm doing good on the computer. You come through. Hey, what's up? And you going to bro? So don't sit up here. Don't sit up here and say that. I see it. I was like, I'm not mad at you,
bruh.
I'm not mad at you. And then I sit up here and say she wants you. No, she don't. What? That's my problem. Men see this, and you don't appreciate the opportunity. And then if it was to fall into a good man's lap, well, it won't.
Hey, it won't.
And it just only proves my point. Like I said, you're a walking testimony. I see it.
But
I'm not as aggressive. Like I ain't like that. I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm laid back, I'm mellow. Yeah, I know you not. The other girl the other day, you was like, what's your tattoo? And I'm like, bro, you serious? I gotta be like, yo, Jay, chill out, bro. But it works for you. It works for you.
But
imagine if I did that.
But you don't look at their body language because this what I did.
Look at her body language,
bro. When I got her tattoo, what did I do with my hand? I did that,
and she put her arm in your hand.
And she put her arm in my hand, and then
All right, we finna do a social experiment tomorrow.
All right.
I'm gonna do the same thing, and she'll look at me crazy.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna see. With somebody else. But thank you guys for your time and attention for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Also, if you could leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, it'd be greatly appreciated. But other than that, that's all we have for today. You guys have a great day.
Yo, please share this out. Please share the video out as well to your friends.